attraction explained by using science. Guys, my name is Star. I thought that this video was very much so needed because a lot of people have this misunderstanding that the law of attraction is magic and that it's all hocus pocus BS. And I'm a very science-based person, which is why it took me 4 years to simply believe in the law of attraction, and I want to help speed up the process for a lot of you guys, so I'm going to explain it in a scientifically based way so that you guys can understand and you guys can get on your journey of bettering yourselves and your lives. However, there are a lot of people that explain the law of attraction in a more vibrational, frequency-based way, in a quantum physics-based way. For me, I don't understand that kind of stuff. I'm not involved in that type of science. I'm involved in psychology. So I'm going to use psychology to explain how the law of attraction works. If you don't know about the law of attraction, I have a video explaining it on my channel if you want to check it out. But if you don't want to, I'll give you a little rundown. The law of attraction is the idea that what you are is what you attract. So if you're having a really bad day and you start off that day with a super negative mindset, it's just going to get worse. Or let's say you feel that you live in abundance, even though you are really struggling with your money. You're eventually going to attract abundance. It sounds crazy. It sounds like it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to help you understand it if you don't already. The first example that I'm going to speak about is money, because I think that this is the #1 concept that people can't wrap their minds around, because it's like, what do you mean if you're less desperate to get a specific object, it's just gonna magically come to you? Like, you think I'm just magically gonna get money if I believe in the law of attraction? So let me explain that. Let me give just a real life example that I've seen to explain one of the ways in which this could work. Let's say you're going for a job, and let's say you are desperate for money. Let's say you just got fired, you just got laid off, you have bills to pay, you're stressed out, right? I don't care how good your resume is. I don't care how much experience you have. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care how hardworking you are. I'm gonna tell you something. You are going to go into that interview and you could lose the job to someone who is half your age, has no experience in the field, hasn't even graduated high school yet, because of your attitude. And I know this because I was the person who got the job over the other person 9.5 out of 10 times at the age of like 15. And I'm gonna tell you how. You go into the interview, right, with a mindset of lack. You just lost your job, you don't have much money. So realistically, even though you might not feel it, even though you might not think it impacts your decisions, your subconscious mind is constantly impacting the actions you take and how you react to the world around you, right? So your answers to questions might be a little bit altered because you might be trying extra hard to please the person and to be the version of yourself that you think that they might want to hire. Realistically, you might be coming off as a little bit weird, a little bit desperate, even though you might not realize it. Whatever it is, subconsciously, the person who is interviewing you for hire is going to notice this. And let me tell you something, not a single person in the world wants someone who is desperate for something. You think it might not be obvious, but I'm telling you 100%, at least on a subconscious level, they will pick up on the fact that you're desperate. And tell me why. Why would someone hire someone who's desperate for a job? In their mind, they're gonna think, oh, they must not have a lot of work experience. They must not have any other job offers. You know, why would I want someone who doesn't have any other job offers? There must be a reason. There must be something wrong with them, which is why they don't have a job elsewhere, which is why they're looking for a job here. They're thinking all these different thoughts in their head as to why you must be desperate. You could be literally the most perfect option in the world, but if you're desperate for that job, even on a subconscious level, because you don't feel secure, because you don't feel like you have enough money, they are not gonna hire you. Me, on the other hand, for the positive example, I can tell you honestly, I had no experience in the service industry. I hadn't even graduated high school yet. I had a complete mindset, because I know myself well. I had a mindset, I am the hardest worker they're ever gonna find. Like, I don't care that I don't have credentials, I don't care that blah, blah, blah. If they talk to me, they will know that I am going to be one of their best employees ever if they hire me. I went into places in the most popping area in New York City. Nobody was even hiring. And I went in and I marched up to the manager and I spoke to them. Keep in mind, I was literally half the age, at least, of all the employees they've ever hired. Nobody was hiring, never ever ever worked in the industry. Yet, there was only one place that turned me down out of like at least 20-something. And the only thing I had going for me was my attitude and my mindset. So if I was against someone else, and that other person had years on me, had degrees on me, had experience on me, but they had a slightly different mindset than me, the person who went in with the mindset of I can offer a lot to this place and I can just better the work environment around me, I'm gonna get the job over them. And I did many, many times. And that is proof in itself that the law of attraction works and that it's psychologically based. Because when I am in the interview and they're talking to me, my answers are gonna be more relaxed. They're gonna be more honest. They're gonna feel that they could trust me more because I come off as more honest and genuine. I'm not desperate for it. So they're gonna have the feeling like, oh wow, she probably has a lot of other options of places to work. Maybe there's something special about this girl. There has to be a reason. You know, she clearly feels that she would offer a lot to us, even though she's super young and has no experience. So you know what? Like, that seems special. I want to see what that's about. I want that. People want things that better themselves. So if you're coming from a mindset of lack and desperation, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hire you out of pity. A lot of people want to manifest love. This other example, I guess, is love and relationships. This one's just clear as day. Nobody wants someone who's desperate. Nobody wants someone who doesn't feel good about themselves. And I'm not necessarily saying people don't like insecure people. What I'm saying is that, okay, let's say I am someone who wants a loving relationship. I want a boyfriend who is going to treat me with respect and treat me like a queen. The law of attraction says you have to become what you want, right? So the version of myself in a loving relationship would be what? I would be confident, I would be secure, I would love myself, I would be super happy all the time, right? Let's say I'm not those things. Let's say I'm insecure. Let's say I don't feel good about myself. Let's say I rely on another person to feel happy about myself. And that's why I'm looking for a relationship, which 99% of the time is the case when people are looking for relationships. The guy I want is not going to come to me. A guy who's confident, who feels good about himself, who wants to treat someone like a queen is not going to be attracted to me because I'm desperate, because I'm needy, because I realistically will act out towards people based off of how I feel about myself, right? Let's say that guy would call me attractive or hit on me at a bar. Maybe I'll think that it's a joke because I'll be like, I'm not cute, like, you know, and I'll be like kind of rude to him. It's just not gonna happen. And another thing, let's say I'm in that phase, right? First of all, I'll self-sabotage with a guy. So like, I'm not gonna go for the guys who are gonna treat me right subconsciously because I'm not gonna want that because I'm not in the place to manage that. But also, I'm gonna have had previous relationships that's gonna show this guy how I tolerate being treated. And because I don't feel good about myself, I'll have been with other people who I let walk all over me or treat me badly kind of thing. Why would he bring me roses and take me out to a nice dinner when he came over at 3 a.m. every other night and spoke bad about me and I still texted him all the time every day like that I was in love with him? It's not similar energy. It doesn't match up, which is why it won't come to you. Another scientifically based example is schooling, right? Let's say I felt that I was unintelligent, right? I'm taking an exam. I could be the smartest person in the world, but if I feel like I'm not, I could look at the question and I could have the right answer written down, could show all the work for it, but I'll doubt myself, right? I'll redo the entire question, spend too much time on that one question, miss a ton of questions at the end, and then end up getting that question wrong because I changed my answer because I doubted myself. Another example is there are literal studies done on this kind of thing where confidence actually leads to higher test scores. Your brain works in a different way. If you feel good about a type of thing that you were educated on, your brain literally lights up in different ways that someone else's brain lights up in, and you get everything done a lot quicker and a lot easier. And I'm not saying it's like oh, well, I'm smart, so I'm confident. It's like they've done tests to see the timeline of it, and it's like if you start off confident, you get the result. Like, it's not necessary that they already felt good in school and then it was like, so that was due to them being smart. No, like, it was chronologically ordered. So there are studies done if you want to look up those studies. Yeah, let's say you're pretty insecure about school and you're anxious and you're stressed and you don't feel that you're a good student even though you might be. You're going to get an assignment, you're going to get super anxious about it. So you might start it a little bit too late because you're too busy freaking out about it, or you might get distracted while doing the assignment and actually do it wrong. There's just an unlimited amount of examples of how this kind of thing works. Plus, let's say you think that you're a bad student. Your teacher's going to tell. They're going to be able to pick up on that. And they're going to think that you're a bad student, because if you yourself thinks that you're a bad student or that you're unintelligent, why wouldn't they believe that? You know, like, they're going to know that you know yourself more. They're going to be like, oh, this person probably didn't hand in assignments for the past few years. Like, they know themselves. Maybe that's like why they think that they're a bad student. Everyone around you picks up on your vibe, and you have to believe you are what you want to be. This is such a good example. Beauty. You all know there are a few people you grow up with, go to school with, etc., who are not good looking, but they are, you know, maybe popular or whatever you want to call it. They think that they're good looking, these specific people. But objectively, whether they're the gender you're attracted to or not, you wonder to yourself, oh my God, like, this person is genuinely not attractive, but they could have anyone in this school that they want. It's not because they're popular. It's not because they're a social climber. It's because they think they're attractive. And when they think they're attractive, other people think they're attractive. So just from them thinking that they're good looking, they live the entire life of someone who is good looking. And you know this is true because the people in your neighboring towns will be like, I don't understand the hype around so-and-so from your town. And it's because they don't know them personally and they don't know their attitude. I've had so many friends who are like the most beautiful people in the world going for people who are just like nowhere near as cute as them and like letting them ruin their lives because they think they're so good looking just based off of their attitude. Like, my friend had this person that she was super attracted to, who I consistently was like, he is not as cute as you think he is. And then I had class with him and I was like, I kind of get it now. And that's the psychology behind the law of attraction. These people literally live the lives of someone who is super attractive because they think and believe that they are super attractive. And then there's the opposite. There are the people who are super underrated, who you are like, wow, they're really good looking, I don't understand. And realistically, it's because they act desperate to people. They give off super desperate vibes, they allow people to treat them badly, they don't see the beauty in themselves, and they never will. So they're not living the life of a beautiful person because people aren't going to treat them respect, people aren't going to ask them on dates, people aren't going to take them seriously because they tolerate less than that and because they don't see themselves as that. So they're realistically probably even going to self-sabotage with the people who actually deserve them because they're not going to believe that they deserve that, right? They'll live the life of someone who's not attractive because they're going to be so focused on getting more attractive, and they're not going to appreciate how they currently look. There are a few examples. I hope that that helped in any way of how psychology and science ties into the law of attraction. There are so many studies done on this, so I definitely suggest looking it up. My TikTok, if you want to follow it, I do talk about the law of attraction a lot. It's at star.alex, and my Instagram is star.alex. If you have any more video suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, or if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.